because we care about credits on the AKAPAD, the Film Buff podcast. Welcome to F1 from the writer of the 2019 live-action remake, Disney's Dumbo. That's right. These are the things you find when you comb the credits. Now, the guy's name is Aaron Krager. And I'm not making fun of him. I love the 2019 Tim Burton Dumbo. I think that's one of the most, I guess we can argue, one of the most underrated, underappreciated movies of our time. But we're here to talk about Brad Pitt, F1, cars, crashes, love lost, loves gained. We have a good way to define F1 just as a movie. And we're going to play that intro in the next couple seconds. The best way to define F1, this is a human epic. It's a movie about people, and all of these all this other stuff just happens to be what they do and what they're around. But this is a human epic, guys. It's the AKAPAD Film Buff podcast. Let's go.
Quiet on the set.
Camera speed.
Sound production. Take one.
Action.
So this movie worked on me, AKAPADers. Let me tell you, it worked on me on not a we're talking something different here, but it worked on me where leading into this film, right? We did an episode where I say F1's going to be the biggest film of the summer. It will be a film that will save movies, as Top Gun Maverick got the credit of. And it was a little bit of a prediction. Now it did 55 million. Is my prediction there? We try and be fair even when it comes to ourselves at the AKAPAD Film Buff podcast. And welcome back, guys, coming to you from Philadelphia, PA. Peter A. DeLuca here. We're getting right to business. 55 million. I don't know how the analytics, the perception of some of this money, box office, gross income works anymore. I think 55 million is stellar. I think that's impressive. It's got to be one of Brad Pitt's biggest openings. But it's also highly competitive. We're seeing a lot of competition. Lilo and Stitch, How to Train Your Dragon, Megan 2.0 opens. In the next few days, we get Jurassic Park Rebirth. It's just more and more. This is what summer movies should be like. This was what summer blockbuster season was before COVID, before 2020. To me, this movie is an absolute success because it got me into paying attention to Formula One and the Netflix show. I loved the Drive to Survive, the whole Netflix series. I absolutely love everything that show does. I really do. I think it's 7 seasons now. I became a fan of Formula One through that. But with the anticipation of this movie, I paid more attention to it. More so than I did around the releases of the F1 Drive to Survive from Netflix. And the reason for that is I liked the way that they made that show so much that I didn't want any spoilers. I just wanted, but now it's different. Now I've followed the season so closely, I can't wait for season 8 of the Netflix F1 Drive to Survive, knowing what happened. So, again, spoilers work in your favor. F1 is a must-watch movie. This movie fires on all cylinders. This movie is masterful, period. This movie has a hell of a cast. I mean, let's get into some of these. Damson Idris he plays Joshua Pierce. This is somewhat Brad Pitt's rival, but not really. Carrie Condon. She somewhat the love interest, but she's also the air engineer. She's the lead engineer that runs the F1 team. Javier Bardem. He's incredible. He's the guy behind the team. And the list goes on. This movie also, too, is produced by Lewis Hamilton, who's considered the greatest F1 driver of all time, or at least the most popular F1 driver of all time. We get this thing. Joseph Kosinski. We love him. We love Tron Legacy 2010. We love Oblivion 2013. We love Top Gun Maverick. I recently started rewatching Top Gun Maverick since the theater. I saw it twice in the theater. And that movie just hits you. There's something with the lion that still has his teeth story. To me, Top Gun Maverick is maybe like just I'm just thinking here. I mean, with Tron Legacy, I would put Tron Legacy top 5 sequel. I gotta put Top Gun Maverick 2 as a top 5 sequel, and we're talking about the Godfather Part 2 is, I get it. You know, it is technically a sequel. I consider Godfather 1 and 2 as one giant movie, but with all that, I'm considering that Aliens, T2, Spider-Man 2, the list goes on. But Top Gun Maverick is really something special. He also made a movie in 2017 called Only the Brave, which literally looks and sounds like the film that Vincent Chase was making in Entourage with Jason Patric. Story guy behind Twisters. Again, good foundation, good positioning, just where that story was coming from. He directed Spiderhead from Netflix with Thor and Reed Richards. But no, I'm talking about Chris Hemsworth and Miles Teller. Oh, I couldn't think of the name. Miles Teller. Guys, sometimes we go from memory here. But yeah, he's now one of the... Aaron Gregor is one of the preeminent film directors of our time. In 15 years, he's given us evergreen film. So, we like him. I even to this day, I mean, I watched Tron Legacy so much, and I love Tron Legacy so much. It's blocking a little bit of how I'm coming into the upcoming Tron Heiress with the Jared Leto, I guess, continuation of Legacy, or maybe Heiress looks like it reboots the franchise again. I'm hoping that's the case. I'm hoping if we get a new Tron movie every 10 to 15 years, and every single time it's a reboot, and it's like an update on itself, again, like lending itself to it being a piece of software, very cool stuff, but we'll see. Yeah, AK Powders. This movie blew me away. The human drama, it is to me a human epic. Brad Pitt, who plays Sonny Hayes, is a character that you do nothing but root for, and they put him through the ringer, highs and lows. There's a point in this movie where you say, wow, like, can the goal get any further away for Sonny? And, spoiler, the car crashes. You think he's had like a mental breakdown, and you just say to yourself, like, where do we go from here? We have two characters that we're kind of rooting for, because we're also rooting for his partner. They set up the stakes for his partner relatively early, and I just said to myself while I was watching this movie, I just, wow, Brad Pitt can win, the other guy can win. I want them both to win, but I want Brad Pitt to win because Brad Pitt's my guy. But no, AK Powders, I think this movie, we have I'll say right now, an Oscar nomination for Hans Zimmer. Yet another Oscar nod. Hans Zimmer completely owned this movie. I think this is one of his better scores. I know so many of you want to just go right to Dune and all these other things. No, I think F1 is better than Dune, because it's different when we have things we can relate to. Like I said, like people putting a car together, thinking retrospective, or something to where we can cheer, and there's music to carry us through that moment, and sometimes even into that moment. There's times where characters are not speaking. It's more impactful when it's stuff that we can relate to. And that's always the difference between a movie like Dune versus F1. So the people around F1, I think some of their work gets magnified. But we also have to talk about Claudio Miranda. This is our cinematographer. Here we go. He doesn't have a lot. He doesn't have a huge filmography, and I thank him for it, because usually our cinematographers have 3 to 4 movies a year, maybe 2 movies a year. But Life of Pi, Tomorrowland, Only the Brave, Top Gun Maverick, Spiderhead, F1, Tron Legacy. So he's Aaron Kroger's go-to guy. The two of them, the Curious Case of Benjamin Button, Failure to Launch. The guy goes from Failure to Launch to Curious Case of Benjamin Button. And we have to give credit to the look of Curious Case of Benjamin Button. Yeah, we might want to say, too, Benjamin Button might have been the last David Fincher looking movie. But no, AKAPADers, I can do nothing but recommend this flick. I had a great time. So here in Philly, a little bit of a personal note. Here in Philly, we have the biggest F1 arcade in the world that just opened. I tried to go there leading into the movie. I thought it would be cool to get cocktails at the F1 arcade, F1 bar, cocktail lounge, and then go see F1. And they were just horrendous. They were just so bad with their service. Ended up leaving. Went to another local place called the Top Tomato, which I frequent. Got drinks there within a couple minutes. So that was a little bit disappointing. But AKAPADers, F1 to me lived up to the movie being a go-to movie, as we predicted. Now, box office wise, I think it's around 150 million, maybe 130 million. I think it has a $200 million budget. This is an Apple movie, Apple Plus movie. Apple is emerging as a top tier film studio. Now, I don't know what's Apple going to do when they have to close Apple Plus. Maybe that's a topic for another episode. The money that these streaming platforms drain is unfathomable, and it's just not sustainable. It's not sustainable for Disney, Discovery, Warner Brothers, Apple Plus. I don't know who makes money off of streaming platforms at this point, but I think this is one of the movies to where once the platform gets the flick, people will flock to Apple Plus, which was also part of the intention. Really big price tag, but you expect that with an F1 movie. I don't know, AKAPADers. I think people are short selling this movie by not driving people towards it. I think this movie's great. Had a good time. Can't wait to see it again. Love you. Rock and roll.
Okay, that's a wrap.